It's a nice afternoon around southern West Virginia. Here's what's happening at Glen Jean. This is Route 19, of course, about halfway between Oak Hill and Beckley. Looking pretty good out there as you're heading out to your afternoon and evening plans. Now down to Bluefield we go, and we see here it's also very nice after we had a little bit of patchy fog this morning, late last night too. Temperature right now 77 degrees under sunny skies. The relative humidity a little bit higher here at 64% than it is in Beckley. That's because there's more moisture closer to us. I thought that might trigger a couple of showers today, but it hasn't done so. Barometer's at 30:05. And the sunset time this evening is at 8:41. Around the state, it's 81 in Beckley, 82 in Lewisburg, 85 in Charleston. Temperatures lower to middle 80s everywhere that you look. And as we look at the visible satellite, there just isn't much to look at. You see a few clouds further off to the south. That's where we're talking about, with a little bit more moisture down towards the southern coal fields and points southward from there into western Virginia. But for the most part, we are just about a clean sweep in terms of any kind of clouds, much less any showers. And we'll stay that way as we go through our future casts as well, all the way through Wednesday and into Thursday. High pressure really in charge of things. As it scoots off to the east of the area, southeast of the area, we'll begin to see a return flow from the south, which means that there will be more moisture for the next front that's coming towards the area from the northwest to work with. And so we are going to see at least a beginning of a chance for some showers beginning Friday afternoon into Friday evening. But really on Saturday and Sunday, that's when the better chances for rain are going to be in the forecast. So as we look at what's happening for tonight's lows, they'll be in the upper 50s and lower 60s, 63 at Beckley, 60 in Bluefield, 62 in Oak Hill, 62 also in Lewisburg. Mostly clear skies, winds out of the north at a light clip. Aches and Pains forecast brought to you by ARH. It's for the most part smiley faces. Now there is a little bit of a neutral face here. You notice as the pressures begin to drop as we see this front make its way towards the region. But then again, smiley faces are back as we see a more summer-like pattern setting up early next week. Aches and Pains forecast, of course, is sponsored by ARH. 7-day forecast, we're going to be calling for temperatures to be rising up to the mid to upper 80s, warming up nicely by Thursday. And so it'll feel like it's in the lower 90s, and it will be in the lower 90s in some of those usual southwestern spots like McDowell, Wyoming counties. Lows are going to be sitting in the mid to upper 60s, rebounding after being in the lower 60s on Wednesday night and Thursday morning. That's your weather. More news and sports comes up in just a couple of minutes.